Okay, so now I want to talk a little bit about your story. I don't know, did you decide at first to become an MC, or it was, I don't know, something that just came up during your career? Because I also know that you produce and you're a DJ as well, right?
Yeah, yeah. I started as a DJ because at first, of course, I was a raver inspired by club tempo, um, and yeah, the Q dance sound in 2000. Um, and then yeah, I just bought my first turntables, and I it was really like yeah, in those times it was just like playing around, and it was still the vinyl age. So I needed to get my vinyls everywhere around the country, and there was one. I know DJ Pavo worked in Haarlem, um, so and I knew that he was always working on Friday, so I always went on Friday to Haarlem with the train, and to talk to Pavo, of course, and of course having the newest tracks out there. Yeah, and that way I was just hobbying, I was just playing around and in my bedroom, and then I think a year after that or something, I had the opportunity to play in a disco in my hometown, and yeah, they gave me an opportunity to play that sound. It wasn't hardstyle yet because the name wasn't being created yet, So it was just they just called it like hard dance, like
Yeah.
was a general name for it. Um, and then that was a kind of like a big success. And in those sets that I did, I always grabbed the mic, and that was in that time. It was in discos. It was no, not a lot of DJs did that, and from there came the whole miking thing. Actually,
Okay, and when it started to become like a more regular thing for you
well,
to
the
do?
thing was when my nights there were kind of like a success. The owner of the place spoke to me, and he said like because I was told yeah maybe we can do something with the bigger names of these sounds, like Techno Boy, Pavo, Dana, Luna, and then he created a night that we could do that in the bigger area of the club, and then I think at the first we had like like a Dana or something, and that blew up, where a lot of people came, and it was a big success. But yeah, at the parties, at the scooters parties, of course, there was always an MC that announced the DJ. So I started doing that as well when the bigger artists came, So and I did that a lot of times, but just in that club. And one day there was like an agent came along with one of the I think it was Pavo who was playing at night, and an agent joined him, and she came up to me and said, "Hey, do you only work here?" Blah blah blah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then she came in contact with the owner of the place, and then I think a week later she phoned me up and said like, "Hey, maybe I can put you at the Matrix in Nijmegen. It's a bigger club, and we're searching for a young guy." And I said, "Okay, yeah, why not? Of course."
Yeah.
I never thought about it like that. Yeah, because I was DJing, so
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and MCing was just an extra thing. So, and I said, okay, that's cool, let's go for it. And when I did that night, and I really thought like, hey, there's something more here to be done. And yeah, I started working a little bit on my skills on the mic, and trying to be improving myself. And then soon after that, I get the opportunity to host Decibel Outdoor, and that was my really big thing at that point. And
Okay.
after Decibel, that agency offered me a contract, and that's a funny story because in that period it was I didn't have the name Villain yet.
Okay, what was your name?
Yeah, the club where I always played, they created a name for me first because I just came from my bedroom as a bedroom DJ. Went to the club,
Yeah.
and they needed to have a flyer, and I said I don't have a name, and they just made up a name, and it was Little Mike. Little Mike, yeah. This probably funny, and I still remember when I had this meeting with the bookings agency to sign my contract, and they said they had all these big guys there, you know, like okay, sir, let's sign, and I said, yeah, okay, I know, but there's one thing that I maybe want to change, and so they look at each other like, oh, what? I said
My
my
name.
name, and there was silence. Like everybody was looking at each other, like, "What? No, you want to change your name? No, that's not possible, man. You already did Decibel. You did this show. You did that show. People know you already like that." And I said, like, guys, this name has been given to me as a joke. Little Mike. Everybody called me there Little because yeah, I'm not the biggest, you know, like in my length, um, and everybody, yeah. I said that's not my thing. I wanted to have something of my own. And they said, okay, but do you have a name? I said yes. And I said, okay, what is it? Villain, my bro. Everybody was like, no, Little Mike is way better. No. So yeah, sorry guys, but this is really something that I really want to change. And
Uh,
yeah, lucky. Now looking back, I did it, and yeah, and from that day on, it was Villain.